Good morning. Good morning. Are you all here or you have gone home? You're still here. Usually people after eating they leave. I must say, Chris and Gerard, whoever wrote that is very good. I did not write that. I think they took a combination of things I've said somewhere, they put it together, and they said this is what this guy. But it's quite good. Hey, what do you guys think? It's very good. Hey, let's give them a round of applause. That was very good. In fact, I love the fact that everything that they said there is true. And it's something that I've either said somewhere or wrote somewhere. Maybe it's on our company profile or it's on my bio. Quick one. I just want to look good for you guys. I see you guys are well dressed. Some of you. It's good to be in a room full of so many young people. And more especially, so many young black people. Because I feel like there is no proper representation for the young black boy, more specifically. For him to have the right kind of role models that are going to model him into the right direction. So I'm glad that you guys came here. I'm not going to be long. I'm going to have a conversation with you. I prefer to have a conversation rather than dialogue. I prefer a dialogue rather than monologue, you know? And one of the things that I've picked up, especially in young people, is the spirit of inferiority. Feeling like you are not good enough, feeling like you don't measure up. So my assignment for today is to ensure that I leave here with at least 1% nudged and lifted up to the next level. Is that okay? I'm just looking for one. I'm not looking for all of you. So when you see me looking around the room, just know that this guy is looking for one. Could be you, it could be everyone, I don't know, but I'm just here for that one person that I'm going to wake up from slumber if they're sleeping and help them get to the next level. And perhaps one day when they buy their jet, they can give me a call and say, Witness, I've just gotten my jet. Can you please come ride with me? Because you inspired me to one day dream enough to buy myself a jet. Is that okay? When the biggest thing that you should look at, especially as a young person, how many people here are under the age of 20? Yeah, under. You 20. Hey, Chief, stand up. Let them see how tall you are. Hey, this man can be 20. But he's 20, yeah, he's 20. So I always say this. Every time he tells me his age, I'm like, Chief, you can't be 20. Anyone, anyone below the age of 20? Stand up, well-dressed man. Yes, let's give him a round of applause. How you dress is how you're going to be addressed. You look good. You 20. How old are you? 19. Okay. Let's do this quick exercise, right? Is there a timer? I don't want to go over time. Is there a timer somewhere or must I use my phone? Okay. So you can sit down. I want you to take your age and add 20 years to it. Wait, pause. Don't say yet. Take your age. Take your age, add 20 years. Who here is in their 20s? Mid 20s? Okay. 20s? Okay. Who's in their 30s? 30s, myself included. Who's in their 40s? 40s? Hey, some of you look good for 40, by the way. Hey? Who's in their 50s? Anyone in their 50s? 50s? Hey, Hotman, you look good for 50. Oh, yeah. And then 60s. The reason I'm doing this quick exercise, I want us to understand how quickly time passed. 20 years ago, I was just as young as some of you sitting here. 20 years ago, I was in high school. I was in the township. I look at my life now, 20 years have passed, and I ask myself, had I not been able to account for my life, where would I be? Because it's one thing to say that life is just going past, and it's another to understand that you've got a step-by-step plan for what that life is. And the reason I asked you to take your years and add 20 years to them is for me to demonstrate to you how short life is. Because 20 years goes by very fast. I don't know. The guys that are in their 50s can tell us. Now, I know that this past 20 years went by too quickly. I can't believe that in the last 20 years, I've been in matric, I've been married, I've been divorced, I've had a kid, I've built a business, I've failed in another business, I've built another one. All in 20 years. That should tell you how quickly 20 years passed. And the reason I'm doing this is also I'm addressing the young people that are saying I'm too young. That are saying I've got time. And I want to show you that you do not have the time. You don't. And when you are operating and looking at your life for the next 20 years, I'm also saying to you, you must have some form of vision for it. You know, the Bible says, without a vision, the people perish. It means there must be something that's constantly occupying your mind that you are going to want to achieve or are planning to achieve. So the question is, what is the structure of your vision as a young person? What is in that vision? A vision for your family, a vision for a life with God, a vision for your business, a vision for your health. How do you want to look when you're 50? Look how good he looks. I mean, I'm jealous down. Right? So meaning, did it fall from the sky? The fitness and the physique, was it handed over to you? You know, there's one thing that can be inherited and we can all say, but his father gave him. It's money, right? But how you look, especially in your 50s, is something you have had to work for. That's the only thing that you cannot say, that guy, it was given to him. I see Mark Zuckerberg is fit now. Do you think somebody gave him that fitness because he's a billionaire? No. So if there's one thing that forms the structure of your vision is your health and fitness. Why does it form the structure of your vision in your life? It's because it is the one thing, whether you are rich or poor, that nobody is going to give to you. Whether you are a billionaire, whether you are a poor man, nobody is going to give you good health and fitness. That's something that you have to wake up and be preoccupied by. And here's the reason why I say that. Say, for instance, they say health is life, right? Have you ever heard that term? Health is life. Let's say, on average, you make $1 million a year. On average, right? Not a lot of money nowadays, but let's take that amount. $1 million a year, right? And you are meant to live for the next 20 years. Ultimately, how much money are you going to make? 20 million. If you live 5 years, how much are you making? Can you see that? Health is wealth because it prolongs your life. If your average is to make $1 million a year, meaning if you live longer, you'll be richer. If you live longer, you live till 20 years, you are richer than you would have been if you lived only 5 years from today. No matter how much money you are making right now. So even if you are making 10, you could be making more if you live longer. So part of your vision is you saying, what kind of vision do I visualize for myself first? My health. I know a lot of people, some of them, they consume alcohol, isn't it? And they consume it excessively. Chief, you can't drink Hansa and want a flat stomach. It's not possible. I'm not saying it's wrong to drink. I'm saying you can't drink Hansa and then you want a flat stomach. It's not possible. So meaning, if you've got a certain vision that you are visualizing for yourself and how you look, there are certain things you will drink and not drink. Why? You have a picture of that person that you see yourself as. Remember I said vision. It's the first thing I want to talk to you about. What is in the structure of your vision? If you're talking business, property, entrepreneurship, everything. If you are meant to buy one property a year for the next 20 years, means you'll have 20 properties at the end of 20 years, meaning you can 20 properties to your children. But if you die in 5 years, now you can't do 20. You leave them 5. That's why I'm saying the foremost important thing right now is you. Your health. What are you doing to build you? You know, a lot of people are saying build businesses. Build yourself. First, start there. That's the foundation. You are the business. That's a good one. You are the business. First, there are certain businesses, it doesn't matter how smart you are. Some people will not want to work with you because you are you. And the thing is, you take you wherever you go. That's another thing. You can't unwear you. So when you build you are basically investing in that business because people are going to want to do business because of you. And some will not want to do business because of you. So the sooner you understand that, the better as a young person, especially as a guy. Yeah, because like now you might be 20. You are dating a girl, you are wasting each other's time. Understand this, gents. Right? You can be with a girl 5 years. Ne? And you break up and she meets me. She's a millionaire. Same time. Well, now who are you going to meet? I'm just trying to show you that sometimes you think you're investing time in a girl. Let me invest in her. No, invest in yourself. Invest in yourself. Marangan vusa, mara. That's who you must invest in. So that when she says, I'm leaving, you're like, it's fine. I'm also covered. That's why you guys get depressed when you get dumped. I'm trying to show you, gents, that if you are 20 right now and you put together the structure of your life and you work at it, in the next 5 years, your life can change forever. We've covered vision. Second thing, operate in wisdom. Operate, like, make wisdom. You know, the Bible says, buy wisdom, buy understanding, buy the truth and never sell it. In Proverbs. Why is that important? The truth allows you to make decisions that are sound. And the quality of your decisions are determined on the quality of the questions you ask yourself. That's where wisdom comes from. It comes from asking the right questions. You know, you can meet, I know a lot of people say, introduce me to so-and-so. I'm like, but you ask stupid questions already. Even if I introduce you, it's not going to do anything because you're going to get there and ask the very same questions you're asking now there. So you need to change the quality of the questions you ask. Why? So that you operate at a higher level of wisdom so that you're able to achieve better for yourself and for your life. This applies whether you're 20 or 50, by the way. Because I've met very 50-year-olds that are not wise. I'm like, hey, how did you get to 50, Chief? So the quality of the questions you ask determines the quality of the decisions you make. Decision making. Wisdom is decision making. Let me tell you, wisdom is decision making. I know a lot of people want to philosophize it and say, wisdom is how you think. Yeah, all right, in philosophy. But in real life, wisdom is practical. How do you say a person is wise? You look at the decisions they made and be able to say, wow, that guy is wise. Based on the decisions that they've made. And I know you guys, some of you are expecting me to talk about property. It's okay, let me talk about property. The decision to buy or sell a property at that moment. The decision to keep it or rent it out or to turn it into Airbnb or to rezone it. All of those are decisions. Decisions can only be informed by what? Wisdom. Number 3, be an avid collector of information. And you see, I'm glad that on a Saturday morning, I see young people sitting here, Jay, and they're saying, I want to learn. It's important. Any industry you want to enter into, the question is, do you know anything about it? Before I had a child, I said to myself, and my ex-wife said she's pregnant. I'm like, yes, sir. I've never done this before, man. If there's one thing I've never done, is this one. You know what I did? I bought a book this big. How to be a father. I read it. I read the book. Why? There are certain things that somebody knows that I don't know. I've never been a father. So I must read and prepare myself. So any business that you are entering into, who are the people that you can connect with that know more than you about that thing? You're a collector of information. Number 4, a good name is better than money. Let me tell you, I know a lot of people are saying chase money, chase money, chase money. No, build a good name for yourself. Because a good name, you know what the difference between a good name and a bad name is? You know, I've realized there are places where I can go and sleep for free nowadays. I kid you not. I travel to provinces and countries and people offer to pay for my accommodation. Why are they offering? Why are they not offering you cheap? What is the difference? What the difference there is the name, eh? The name. Name has a reputation. So it's a good name. Now, there are certain spaces I can enter and sleep and eat for free because my name is Witness Mda. So I once said, I want to build a name so good that when you guys are in positions of influence and my daughter walks in looking for a project, you say to her, what's your name again? She says, Mdaka. You're like, your father was a good man. Take. That's what I want. Who of you here won't give Mandela's daughter a tender? Tell me. Eh? That name Mandela, you'll get fired for not giving them a tender. The name is that powerful. And what am I saying? I'm saying build a good name for yourself. Don't chase money. A good name is better than money. You think Mahatma Gandhi's children, they need to go look around for money? Somebody is willingly offering them private jets. Where do you want to go? Why are they not offering you? Because your grandfather didn't build a good name. Do you understand? And it's the truth. It's the truth. Our grandfathers did not build good names that are globally recognized. Now the question I ask for you as a young person, Manji, what name are you building for yourself? Not for your father, for yourself. What are the spaces where you can walk in and people show you special favor because of your influence? The next one relates, that one, influence. Influence. How do you build influence? You know, your gift, Bible says your gift make room for you and bring you amongst important people. So the question is, you need to occupy yourself with the building of influence. Why do you need influence? You need influence because there'll be places where if you make a phone call, people will move because it's you. Because you've got a certain influence over them. And how do you build that influence? What's your service to mankind? How are you serving other people? You want people to serve you. People don't care about you. They care about themselves. I'm trying to show you this. Everybody here, let me tell you, everybody here cares about themselves. Let me tell you, you don't even care what I have to say. You only care how it makes you feel and how you benefit from it. The truth. I mean, if I come here and talk nonsense, you'll be like, this guy, we don't have time for nonsense. We didn't wake up and get dressed to come sit here and listen to nonsense. But now you're like, no. I see you guys are nodding. Like, this guy is talking. My money is worth here. Right? Because people only care about themselves unless they've elevated their consciousness. It's like when you build a company and a product, right? I know a lot of people are saying, do what you love. That's bad advice. We don't care what you love. We care how it benefits us. So if you love it and it benefits us, 100%. But if you just love it, now we must give you money because you love your business. We want to pay you because we are benefiting something from what you've produced. That's how the world works. Do you care whether Vodacom loves what they are doing or not? We only care if I want to make a phone call, am I getting signal? So if you're starting that business, the biggest question is not whether or not you care or you are passionate. It's whether or not people will benefit from it and they love it. So do what they love, not what you love. Because what they will pay you for what they love. Because people will pay for what they love. But if you love it, you must pay for it. You love it. But people are benefiting from it. Yes. That's why I said you must love it and they must benefit from it. You must love it, yes. So you love it and they love it. Somebody must pay for it, Ben. You can't make them love it if it's not lovable. So it's like a guy who's passionate about coffee, right? I'm passionate about coffee. But you're not good at making coffee. But you are passionate. Coffee is your passion. It's your first love. But you don't know how to make it properly. So you don't have the skill for it. Therefore, we can't benefit from it. So we won't pay for it because you love it, but it's terrible. But you love it. You understand? So for a young person, I'm trying to say, we marketers, when we sit somewhere, we say, how can we make the people love this thing more than us? Because the people must love, because those are the people who pay for it. Companies, how they operate. I know people say they're looking for funding. Funding is in the hands of customers. Those are the people who fund your business. It's not investors. Investors pay for what customers are willing to pay back. If you're investing, you're like, okay, how am I going to get my money back, isn't it? So where are you going to get it back from? Customers. So those are the people you must be preoccupied with. And the question is, do you serve the wealthy or do you serve the poor? Scale and magnitude. Scale is, I must serve hundreds of thousands or millions of people. Or if I have 2 rich clients, I'm sorted. Number 6. Proper. When you're building the structure of your life, especially starting with a vision and building a business and building yourself and all these things that I've mentioned, you have to understand that to build proper wealth or to park money, you need to have a property portfolio. Whether you are having a property portfolio so that you can one day retire well, or you are building it for cash flow purposes, you're looking at your current cash flow and say, how can I increase it? Then you look within the property industry and say, what is the easiest way to get in? For those of you that are young or in varsity, the easiest way for you to take care of your credit score and have money for a deposit. Sometimes the banks will give you 100% financing, depending on what your credit score is and what you're buying. That's how you start. They're willing to finance you. But the question is, when you start, what is the end goal? I spoke about vision, remember? What is the end goal? Why are you doing it? Because within property, there are many asset classes. There's warehouses, there's bakeries, there's commercial properties, there's office spaces, there's farms, there's warehouse, industrial units, there's hotels, there's lodges, there's Airbnb, there's a lot. The question is, for you, which asset class is going to build you up and make you the person that you are envisioning at the end? And the last one is money. Remember how I said the focus shouldn't be you, should be other people? Remember that? Because money comes from other people. Doesn't come from you. Comes from other people. People are the ones that must see value and pay for it. Even if you say, but my clients are companies, do the companies run without people? Who presses pay on that invoice? Pay. Somebody must press pay. Somebody must press approve, isn't it? Finance. Yeah, she's in finance. So somebody must approve that deal. So money in and of itself is useless. 100 rand note. I don't have any notes. It's useless for as long as nobody sees value in it. And by the way, money is a representation. It represents, people when they wake up in the morning on a Monday morning, they're not going to work for money. You know what they're going to work for? They're going to work so their kids can have go to better schools so that they can drive nice cars, they can live in nice houses, they can have food. So ultimately, when that person is waking up, if they are going to work and all they do is take their money and buy alcohol, what are they working for? Their main thing, what is the main goal for them? And then the one who takes his money and invests it, what is the main goal? Investment. So the money is just a representation of what you are looking for ultimately. I gave you a new perspective about money there. Ultimately, it represents something, but it represents different things for different people. For someone here, money might be representing buying a jet. For another person, it's representing a GTI. For another person, it's representing freedom. That's me. When I see money, I see freedom. That I can go to a space and be myself and talk and not be scared of being fired. No one can hire or fire me. That's what it means to me. To another person, it represents a Louis Vuitton shoe. It represents something. And whatever that representation is, every single morning when you go out to work, you're going to work for that thing. Everybody is a slave to something. And you can even be a slave to freedom, by the way. Because I want my freedom so much that I'm willing to work hard for it so much. What is that? Slavery, chief. What do you call it? So that other person might be enslaved by alcohol, but I'm also enslaved by freedom. The freedom of speech. Not everyone has freedom of speech here. Not everyone. Even at the office, some people can say anything and they don't get fired. Talk where? Have you not noticed? Yeah? That every man is equal, but some men are more equal than others. Some can say certain things and get away with it. Remember they said Jacob Zuma must come to the commission. He didn't go, he got arrested. Koos Becker said no. Why didn't he get arrested? Because Koos Becker is a billionaire. What are you saying? Do you think you can make a billionaire run around the way you can't? It represents something for everyone. So I just came here to share those principles with you guys, especially the young people, to say, what's your vision? How do you operate in wisdom? Are you a collector of information? Do you have a good name? What is your level of influence? How do you influence people? Or when we influence good by my party in Japan, only parties. No. What's your influence? What's your property investment plan? And how well do you see money? And what does it represent to you? I hope you guys got some value from my talk. I appreciate you guys giving me your ear. Thank you very much.